Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Slime, and it's time for your best things to buy in GTA Online this week. Of course, this is a weekly series I do here on the channel where I go in depth on the things that you should and should not be purchasing, as well as, bonus money and stuff like that, which, by the way, this week we do have some pretty good bonus money, but we're going to get into all of that good stuff. For now, I need you guys to take 1 second of your time to hit that like and subscribe button. If you are new, of course, definitely hit the subscribe button. A lot of you watch the content but don't seem to be hitting that sub button, so sub, and if you enjoy the video, of course, hit it with a thumbs up, and let's get right into this pretty actually awesome week. And starting off with our bonus money for the week, we have counterfeit cash sale missions at 2 times GTA RP and double money, and of course 4 times money for GTA Plus members. So you could get like $2 million for a full sale on a counterfeit cash. I remember there was a point in time where counterfeit cash was like a business I never ran. It was awful, but it did get a 30% buff with the hands-on car wash DLC. So for those of you who don't know, the counterfeit cash factory is low-key like a top 6 or 7 business in the game. So this being double money is actually a really good week if you want to earn some money. And then of course we have 3 times money on the London Dorf Cemetery Survival, 2 times money on the Condemned series mode, and then of course 2 times money on the Halloween community series. But it doesn't end there, so we have pretty decent bonus money this week, but we also have a free awesome vehicle that is the Benefactor Krieger, probably my top 5 or 6 favorite cars in the game. It doesn't have an HSW upgrade, but it's still like a really good car. You will definitely enjoy it, and it's free, so just go to the Luxury Autos website and definitely get yourself the Benefactor Krieger. It's literally free, and it is one of the best non-HSW vehicles in the entire game. It is a little bit on the older side, so the customization does lack a little bit, but it is based off the AMG 1 in real life. So if you're a Mercedes fan, if you're just a hypercar fan, you have to get it. It's literally free. But anyway, we do also have 30% off a bunch of dope vehicles. Coming in first, we have the Comet SR at 30% off, coming in at $801,000. One of the better supercars in the entire game. It does have the missile lock-on jammer, so if that is something you want to equip, you definitely could go ahead and do that. They've recently added that to this car, which made it a lot better. It was already one of the better sports cars in the game, and now it has a missile lock-on jammer. It is based off a Porsche, and it looks really nice, man. The car sounds good, it performs well, the customization's dope. For $800,000, I can honestly say that I can 10 out of 10 recommend this vehicle 100%, and I don't think you will regret it. Next up, coming in at 30% off, we do have the Silvestre coming in at $693,000. To be honest with y'all, man, this car is really fun to drive. Like, it handles well, it brakes well, has decent acceleration. It's just not fast. Like, the top speed is really not that fast, and it does have a missile lock-on jammer, so that is a plus. But overall, I do have to recommend it slightly less than the Comet that we just went over, the last vehicle, simply because it's just not as fast and it really just doesn't perform as well. But if you are interested in it and you like the look of it, you really can't go wrong. Like, it's definitely not a horrible car. It's just not going to win you any races and stuff like that. So I just personally think there's other cars in the game you could get for the same price that are slightly better. But overall, I will say that this vehicle is not a bad vehicle, and you could definitely get the Silvestre if that's what you're into and you kind of like the look of the car and stuff like that. Next up is one of my personal favorites, to be honest with you. It is the Casco. Kind of reminds me of Costco, but I like to just call it the Casco. But it came out back in 2014, a really nostalgic car, to be honest. I will warn you, there is 0 customization on this car, but it looks absolutely phenomenal. It aged like fine wine. Still one of the best looking cars in the entire game. It's a timeless masterpiece, and you could get it for $476,000. I absolutely recommend it, especially being that you'll like never see anybody driving this in the GTA world, so you pretty much be like the only person in the lobby with it, most likely. Unless other people watching this video buy it and then do the same thing. But my point is, the car is a timeless masterpiece, man. You really can't go wrong with the Casco. Again, I do want to warn you guys, there is no customization, so don't be mad when you buy the car and say, he told me he recommended this vehicle and there's no customization on it. I'm letting you know now, there is 0, and I mean 0 customization that could be done to this car. But even with that being said, it still holds its value. It's still a timeless masterpiece, and I absolutely recommend it for $476,000. Absolute classic. You cannot go wrong with the Casco. Let's move on to a last luxury autos vehicle that we have. Of course, it's a motorcycle in the Power Surge, coming in at $1,123,500. Honestly, it is worth the price if you are in the market for an electric bike that handles well, performs well, and it has a speed glitch that if you do a wheelie, you can go up to 160 miles per hour. Pretty much matching like the Hakuchu Drag, which has HSW, while this one doesn't. If this bike had HSW, it would probably be the best in the game. But even without HSW, it's pretty solid. It's worth the price. But if you're not really in the market for a bike and an electric one at that, then you could probably just skip it. But if you are a motorcycle guy, I really think you will enjoy the Power Surge. It's definitely a fun vehicle, and I do recommend it for that price. Next up, we do have the Fathom FR36 for $1,127,000, based off of real life, Infinity. And honestly, it looks really good. They nailed the look on this car. It looks really good to the real life version. A friend of mine actually has this car in real life in the same color and everything. And it's a really nice car. It sounds well. I do wish that GTA made the sound just a tiny bit better. It does sound really cool overall, but they could have made the sound just slightly more realistic to the real life counterpart. But we're not gonna, nitpick here. The car is awesome with or without the drift tuning. Speaking of, it does have drift tuning. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. It is one of the better drift cars to drive in the game. Very, very fun car to drive. If you are a car guy, if you're like this is definitely a driver's car for sure. Next up, we also have, of course, discounted the Chariot Romeo Hearst. This has been on discount for weeks now, so I don't really have to go too much in depth in this, but I have been saying that I do recommend getting it for $31,000. You could get a hearse. Why not? It's $30K. It's basically free, and you could use it to role play and whatnot. It's pretty cool. It's not a bad deal. We also have 30% off the Class A Rat Rod, which is trash. We're not going to spend too much time on this at all. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that this is a vehicle I do not recommend, and that definitely is going to hold true to date. And last but not least, coming in at 30% off, we have the Albany Lurcher with this limited time kind of like Halloween livery. It literally has a like zombie hanging out the back of it. So if you are interested in kind of these Halloween themed limited time vehicles, you definitely want to make sure you grab this Albany Lurcher for $455,000 before the month is over and the sale is done, because of course once the month of October is done, the Halloween vehicles will be gone. Now let's head down to the casino, or up I should say, because the casino is north on the map, but let's head to the casino where we do have our prize ride this week. It is the Dominator ASP. Absolutely worth spinning the wheel for. It's not an amazing vehicle, but it's definitely not a hunk of junk or a junk box, and if you have the opportunity to get it for free, you absolutely should. I'm not exactly sure what the value is on this vehicle. I'm blanking on it right now, but I want to say it's around like 1.4, 1.5 mil. So if you can get a $1.5 million car for free, then you should most definitely take your chance to do so. And we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel live here like we do every single week here on the channel. Try to win the car for you guys. To date, I only won the car once live. Like doing these live spins for you guys, I only won the car once. We usually get clothing. Sometimes we get lucky and get coins, which I don't mind the coins because I like playing the blackjack upstairs in the penthouse. Sometimes you could really rattle off a couple. We got coins, nice. You could rattle off a couple wins and really make some money with that blackjack. But anyway, moving on to the LS car meet, you have to place top 4 for 2 days in a row for the Albany Classique. Now I don't know why you guys would want this, but if you do, I mean the livery does look pretty cool. I can't lie. It's kind of like a ghostly green flame kind of like livery, kind of looks almost like Halloweenish, but you do have to place top 4 for 2 days in a row. So you could just do 2 drag races. The drag races only have 4 spots, so even if you come in last, that counts as placing top 4. Now your HSW test track vehicle this week is going to be the weaponized Ignis. While I do recommend this vehicle, it is not on sale right now, so I can't say I full-blown recommend it. But in most cases, I do recommend this car. It is a very, very good car. One of the best HSW cars, and it does come with a cannon on top that fires like 50 caliber bullets. It's not the greatest, but hey, it's a Lamborghini with HSW and a minigun on top. You really can't go wrong. Now moving on to our premium test track vehicles, we have the Dubachi Massacro Race Car Edition, which is worth it. The money is, it's not that expensive of a vehicle, and it does perform really well. It's an OG car, but you can't remove the livery, so do keep that in mind, although I do recommend it still. And then of course we have the Benefactor Feltzer, the OG. It is the king of bang for your buck. You get the most bang for your buck out of this vehicle, out of any vehicle in the entire game. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The Zentorno's up there with, bang for your buck, but the Benefactor Feltzer for $145,000, you really can't go wrong. It's one of the best cars in the game for that price. And then last but not least, for the premium test track, we do have the Dinka Jester, but keep in mind this is also the race car edition, just like the Dubachi Massacro, where you will not be able to remove the livery. I believe that is true. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's true. I recommend all 3 of these cars, but if I had to pick just one, definitely go with the benefactor felter. You really cannot go wrong. The thing is absolutely awesome. Let's head down to Simeon's now, where we have 3 of the same cars for the last 4 weeks, so we ain't even gonna really cover them. We have the Frankenstrange, which I've said multiple times already here that I do recommend getting. It has a lot of different cool liveries you could put on and stuff, and it's just a cool car, so I do recommend it. We won't spend too much time on the rat rod, it's trash. And of course, I already went over the hearse for like 4 weeks in a row, so we'll skip those. Next up, we do have the Classe Vamos. To be honest, this car is pretty decent. I think it was released not that long ago. I do kind of like it. I drove it a couple times. I do own it. I think I own 2 of them. And to be honest, I do like the car. I can't really say I highly recommend it, especially being that it's not on sale or anything like that. So I'd say if you do want this car, just catch it when it's on sale. You really don't need to purchase it right now. Although I do really like the car. If you can wait to get it on sale, that is obviously your better option. Last but not least, at Simeon's, we do have the Volcar Fagaloa, something like that. I don't know really how to pronounce it, but to be honest, I've never driven this car, never owned it, or never customized it, so I really can't give an opinion on it. That's the rules here. If I've never owned the car, I won't give an opinion on it, simply because I feel like that's just not fair. But if you like this car, let me know in the comment section down below. I really don't know much about it. Moving on to luxury autos, we actually have some good vehicles here. The benefactor Krieger, which is free this week, is going to only cost you $18,000 here because it does have a little bit of visual customizations on it, so it will cost $18,000. But if you don't want to get the Krieger from the website, you can get it from here, although I don't see why you wouldn't just grab it from the website. It's completely free rather than paying 18 grand for customizations you might not want. But if you do like these customizations and you want to get it from luxury autos, or I guess just to purchase a car from luxury autos, I'm not sure if I've ever purchased one from here, so I guess if you want to, you could literally get a benefactor Krieger here for $18,000. So I definitely recommend getting it. As I said earlier, the Krieger is one of the best cars in the game. And then here we also have the Inverto Coquette D1, which is like based off a classic Corvette. Really good looking car, and I will say I recommend it. Although it is not on sale, it is definitely a dope car, and I will say in most scenarios I will recommend it. But right now it is full price, so do keep that in mind. If you do want the car, if you like the car, you can definitely purchase it. It is a great vehicle, a great machine, but it is going to cost you full price. You will not be able to get it at that discount, and I don't know if it'll ever get discounted until GTA 6 comes out, but who knows. Let's move on to the FIB files. Your priority file this week is going to be the brute force file. And then, of course, down at the salvage yard, which this week it's going to be the sad yard. For those of you who don't know, when there's no claimable vehicles, it gets referred to as the sad yard. It only gets its rightful name of a salvage yard when we actually have claimable vehicles. So unfortunately this week, the sad yard has no claimable vehicles, but these are the robberies that are going to be available to you this week at your salvage yard. And then, of course, these are the locations of your time trial and your HSW time trial, which I highly recommend doing because both of them put together will pay $350,000, and it literally takes 2 minutes of your time for each. Really worth it. You should definitely be getting those done. And anyway, that does bring us to the end of the video today. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm sorry I got this out a little late. I normally try to get these out by Friday. We happen to get this out on Saturday this time. But if you do like this type of content, this is a weekly series I do here on the channel every Friday, where we pretty much go into the best things to buy, purchase, invest in, invest your time in, money in, all that type of stuff. So if you're a consistent GTA player and you just want some consistent GTA content, this might be the place for you. If you're new here, hit that sub button. If you enjoyed, of course, hit that like, and definitely hit that bell notification as well so you can stay up to date with all uploads. And anyway, until the next video, man, peace out, boys. I hope all of y'all are well.